previous series, where you can also see like Throne on 43, 44 HP, and the game ends in one of the biggest comebacks in Dota.
Yeah, that's Dota.
So it comes down to that, you know, both of the teams have strategy, but there's going to be some mistakes, and something so small in Dota, like one item, one timing, could just flip it.
So for the next game, is it that something that OG might want to fix, because they did lose all 3 lanes? Sure, they still won, but you know, we always say like, oh, you lose most you learn most from losses. OG won, and still I feel like should have learned a lot from that game as well moving forward into the next one.
I obviously have immense respect for Thompson, but I think the Invoker Void Spirit matchup is relatively skill based, and he got handled. Like, Nisha is one of the best mid players, if not the best mid mechanical player in the world, and I think the plan to win the lanes for OG isn't reliable. I don't think that's how they should approach the draft myself. I think they might know that coming in, because the way they play, we were talking about all the mechanical prowess of people on Secret. OG is just the best team fighting team in the entire world. So the difference between these drafts and the last time around is they gave themselves the tools to win team fights no matter how far behind they were. And I don't know if there's a way No Tail can draft where he's like, yeah, man, just beat Nisha.
Just do that again, or do that this time, that is. Final thoughts before going into the draft is, like, should they draft something else for Topsum? If they win, right?
I really don't care about the drafts. I want to see some entertaining Dota once again. These two teams, the best teams in the world, top 3 right now for sure. Just give me something pure, give me something good.
Give me something good. Give us something good. I'm sure it will be grand indeed with OG and Secret in the second game. Let's head over to the drafting pantheon.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Now, when people tell me about the strategy of 4 protect 1, that's not quite what I typically envision. My man Mid1 was running some AQ40 raid there with all the buffs that he was being given, and OG's plan seemed to all crystallize once he completed that Satanic. Gotta say, not what I was expecting, but with OG, you gotta expect the unexpected, right, Jenkins?
This is absolutely true. I saw a medallion and I saw a solar crest, and it wasn't a mistake.
Nope. Yep.
This was by design. I
had been nothing
but my sadness that OG won. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted them to win. I'm gonna be totally honest.
This is the first time that Secret has dropped a game in like their past 20 games or something like that. And besides that Liquid series that they dropped 1 game, they've only dropped 2 in this entire tournament.
But yeah, I think you could see how Secret's approach to that game was all about just being tankier and being so much stronger in those engagements. Like, we didn't really mention it during the first draft panel, but when you think about the heroes that they had, Lifestealer, Kunkka, Abaddon, these are all heroes that are very annoying to jump and to kill, right? So the fact that they had this lineup, and the early fights were pretty good. It was going Secret's way, but then eventually OG's just resilience and the key fight outside Roshan, it was just so beautiful to watch. So
that was nice.
This was one of those games where honestly, like, it was nothing to do about draft. It was all about the plays, and it was just beautiful to watch these two teams fight, and OG's come out on top because of that one clinical fight.
I agree. I look at this draft and I bet OG was just like, screw it. Let's just pick an entire draft around PA. Let's just like see if we can make PA work. The last draft.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I seriously think that they're a team that tries things and they'll absolute commit to stuff. Like, they won't just partly commit. It's like they will hard can get, rock hard diamond commit.
Which is, in theory, what their idea was with the Oracle Huskar.
Exactly. But this worked, and that's the thing. I don't want to praise the draft and be like, oh, genius, they calculated that it worked. No, they just tried it. They're like, well, this would be kind of interesting and fun, and maybe this will work. Let's give it a shot.
No half measures. You go all the way.
None. No. Remember the quote? I remember the quote. I can't say it on air, but I remember the No Tail quote.
about EG being shit?
No,
not that one.
Well, that
I do
one
remember
also.
that one.
Oh,
but that wasn't the
sorry.
quote.
You mixed. Sorry, I
That
mixed up
wasn't the
quotes.
quote. It was about as yeah, it was similar.
You
to that.
never go halfway. You go all the way.
You go all the way. You go all the way. That's his words exactly. Actually,
Interesting, actually, with OG, they banned out the Iron themselves. I think, obviously, Secret having that first pick, you don't really want to give that away, and it's nice to actually see OG as a big IO powerhouse that they are, respecting other teams with the hero as well.
if there's any team to respect with the IO, to respect with anything, it's this one.
There we go.
So I think that's only fair.
Yeah, and Willow in first phase as well. We haven't even mentioned what we see in front of us.
Let's get into this
There's
draft.
some heroes here, lads.
Been reveling over the past one, but
Yeah.
this is a brand new game with a whole bunch of brand new heroes. Phoenix still showing up, but Willow, Invoker, Mars, and Phoenix. Now, Mars and Phoenix, tried and true tested combo, oftentimes with the Willow, which has maybe been denial picked, but in any, well, actually, that was the first pick of the draft, so I don't know, maybe Secret is the one denying, but a lot of team fight again, that's what I want to see in these matchups.
I gotta say, I want to know what you guys' opinion is on this. I think this Solar plus Alacrity Quaswex Invoker, I think this is just OP.
Yeah.
I think it's not utilized enough. When we
Very
do see,
strong.
10 seconds.
Can we scale it from OP to very
I'm
strong?
gonna call it OP. I call the PA OP. He crushed. I'm gonna say this is OP. Like I think you don't even need a PA with this. You pick Terrorblade. You just pick one of these hyper carries. We're seeing the same thing with the Medusa and the Bloodseeker. Like I think this is it just seems to be a patch where you just buff one guy and they carry you single-handedly.
Yeah, I'm a
With
big
some
fan of
spirit
that.
on your team that's like making space, or Invoker, who's very close to the spirits in terms of if he goes Quaswex, he can provide as much space in a fight and be active.
You seem very sold with the concept, but it seems like OG, this was the first time that they were experimenting with this many buffs. We've seen Alacrity, sure, but Medallion, Solar, Inner Beast, Alacrity, all of that put together.
It's all the teams. It's the entire story of the tournament so far to me. It's the reason Bloodseeker is the hero of the tournament, in my opinion. It's like you have these combinations. We're seeing the Venge as well, like using this hero, using the aura and the swap, and just tying all of the things together. Like it's more about Dota's more about synergy right now than it is about counter picking. It seems, which is fun to watch. Lots of crazy fights just thrown at each other.
10 seconds.
Elegant,
remaining.
very eloquent.
Thank you
I
very
like
much.
my fights when they use their spells.
I like when guys run at other guys.
Yeah, just head on.
Yeah, that's football. That's American football. You wouldn't.
What's that?
Rugby, perhaps.
Now that's a man's sport.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Dota's a gentleman's sport, though. This is the brainy individuals as we move forward in the second phase ban. So if you're all on board with this buff one carry strat, would you say that that's part of the reason why the illusion carries are a little bit falling off? We're seeing Terrorblade, who was so popular maybe just 4 or 5 days ago, completely ignored. Arc Warden is starting to fall into that position where people are like, I need to turn this Arc Warden. He's not going to just carry me by himself. I need to enable him more.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. I think that's totally accurate, actually. I think with the illusion heroes, it also happens that a lot of the heroes that are really good at buffing or being buffed are also great against illusions, such as like the Drow Ranger. This hero that just pierces through that base armor, which I didn't know about until a few days ago. And then you have Medusa. This hero like clears illusions. She's got the AoE. So it's just I think it's also like a meta thing.
It's also about just the fact that what they provide in that first 15-minute window. Normally these illusion heroes are more kind of that 20-minute timing, right? They want to play the lane and retreat to jungle, and that kind of motion of play when you're looking back towards your own ancient isn't really a good kind of style against these better teams, right? You want to be able to pivot from lane towards their towers, apply forward pressure.
That's true. Even Arc Warden, we're seeing apply pressure.
No, exactly. Think about how Miracle played it, right? Where he has his clone, he instantly, when he hits 6, just chucks it to a side lane. It doesn't matter about if it's going to get a kill or not. It's just the fact that you have 3 heroes with no expenditure of true TPs just plowing down a lane. And that's where illusion heroes aren't really there in that sense, right? But of course, that's very much generalizing based on the Invoker chat.
And the Phantom Assassin seems to be accelerating that paradigm even faster, because usually it would be Sven that we would see doing what PA did last game. And even Sven, I mean, he needs a little bit of time in the jungle.
I think the thing with PA is that she is literally the best, will literally 1v5 the game carry in Dota. I don't think there's a better one than her in terms of if you go to like the 1 to 3k bracket pubs and you look at the hero that has the most kills, PA has like 35 kills in every game because she gets like a 1 item advantage. I'm just saying innately, like the hero, the damage that the hero can do with items is it's impossible to stop if you get past a certain threshold.
I like how we just come into this draft like these are 2 best teams in the world, and you're like, what, these 1 to 3k pubs?
It's
I know.
it's relevant.
Yeah, I know it is.
Then give me something relevant for this this strat? Because it's not going to be a PA, it's going to be a Morphling paired with an
the
ET.
adaptation of Secret in their first game, they went for innate tankiness in their ability to take the early fights, and that didn't really work out for them. So in this second game, they've gone for big team fight opening, obviously Mars, Phoenix, but also that innate save. So now Secret, I think, are pretty confident with these 3 heroes alone that they can kind of rebuttal this OG aggression. And I think a really important thing to note is simply we've seen this OG ET be played offlane, for example, already. So you have to put some question marks on what OG is really kind of presenting right now with their heroes. We don't really know where they're going to be laning.
This is true.
And Secret just double down on the fact that it's a first phase Invoker. We know where it is.
Yeah.
Like, this Invoker is not flexed in any way.
Right.
They just pick up a solid TA. And that lane in that previous game, it was the Void Spirit done work. He was winning the lane, and it was the comeback of the team of OG. So in terms of laning phase, if I see a TA, it's a much stronger hero in lane than the Void Spirit. So I'm a little bit scared for this mid matchup.
And I think these are also really great heroes to enable a TA. You have the Shadow Demon who can save if the TA ever gets initiated on, which, you know, there isn't really great initiation for her right now. She can just use the refraction and blink out as it currently stands. We'll see with items, but the SD really helps that. And then the Mars and the Phoenix, it's just such great team fight and cover for a TA to just go in, you know, jump one person. Okay, you want to go in the TA? Well, guess what? You're fighting into an arena. You're fighting into an egg. She needs these like group fighters, these initiators to play with her. You need damage. Like, she'll give it to you. She'll give you that mid game power, but she can definitely die if you don't have these group fighters alongside her.
OG, now that they've kind of selected the Elder Titan, they have shown flexibility, giving it to Seb or Saksa. Do you think that they need someone to be able to rotate onto that mid lane and help out the Invoker? Or are they gearing more towards late game being able to burn through that refraction? And so my question is, 3 position or 4 position last for OG, do you think?
They have last pick for now, so I think it's very depending on what Secret pick.
Yeah,
if, for example, Secret go, okay, they actually banned out Lone Druid. I was going to say, if Secret went for like a last pick Lone Druid, this should be a 4 ET.
Nature's Prophet, okay.
This is a very scary lineup from Secret.
I have seen Matumba spamming this hero in pubs. The 2 heroes he's playing, Lifestealer, Nature's Prophet, and I'm very surprised to only see it coming out here.
And in the last phase also.
Yeah, in the last phase. So, he's been absolutely crushing with it, though. He's incredibly active.
Seb's chuckling away. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be 3 position on
3-2-2. Oh, no. Nope, we don't want to see any gods. Take it away, take it away.
H&M crunching the numbers. Which, of course, props to OG for enabling their webcams. Please, teams. We want to
Morphling will thrive on these buffs that you mentioned about the Invoker. The question is, this mid matchup, the TA, I feel like it's very much TA gonna have a free time.
It is, but I do like the Underlord as a counter to this, because it gives you something to actually deal with the PA refraction. You can root her and then peel the refraction charges off, and you also have the Underlord Q, which will take the refraction off through the damage, and then you have the Underlord, you'll go for like probably a Crimson, Halberd, these sorts of items, like very good anti-physical damage items. So I do like that pick a lot.
A lot of soft disable, though. You got to sleep, you got the roots from Willow and Underlord.
That is 100% the concern.
Yeah.
Because if they try and overplay their hand, and OG wants to make those big moves, and then suddenly they're running into the egg, the arena, it's going to be very hard for them to actually try and get back out of that fight. So OG have to make sure their fights are very, calculated, and I can see them outpacing Team Secret. But it's the fact that you constantly have this team fight scaling throughout the game, it just makes it even harder for OG. But if they can keep up their farm on the Morphling, then I can see it in a good game. Sure. Just shut down the TA, don't get overwhelmed by the team fight, maybe OG.
I don't need the predictions. We all want a 3-game series. We're all rooting for Secret here. It's going to be Secret. At least it better be. For the viewers at home and for our casters, Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Yeah, let's see if we're going to get that game 3 indeed. Coming into this one, looking at the 2 drafts, Fog, what do you reckon this time round? Do you like what Secret's got going? Do you think OG's got another sort of clever strat up their sleeves?
I don't know why. I feel like they might. I'm seeing like Morphling and Willow on the same team. I'm starting to get some feels that they might have some stuff going on here where they buff this Morphling up. Maybe he goes Aghanims. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of different crazy stuff that they might be able to throw into the mix here while Secret, this is something they haven't done in a while, having Nisha on a hero like a Templar Assassin.
Yeah, a bit old school from Nisha, right?
Bit of a throwback. He's really wanting to just, I think he just wants to decimate the matchup, really. And then this gives him a lot of different ways to get Roche, more objective taking, and just try to look to pressure the map, as well as having very solid team fight around that Mars Phoenix.
I mean, and that's the thing, right? You've taken this TA. How sort of clean of a game does it look for the TR? Like how much of OG got that's going to sort of annoy Nisha's progression? Like, is he going to be able to get the Deso and start to move out in the jungle and find fights, or is he going to have to get that second item really before doing anything?
I think he can look to get into fights pretty early on, yeah. I think the only thing that's really concerning is, as Jenkins was mentioning, the Underlord. I think that's one of the annoying ones. Willow can be a bit disruptive because, you know, she can Shadow Realm and mess with you if you are trying to focus her, and the roots can be always obnoxious. So I think those two would be the biggest ones in particular. Elder Titan, you get pretty shredded a lot of the times. Block, Thompson ends up winning this one here. Should be able to successfully get that range creep last hit. Let's see if he can. He can.
And they're looking at these side lanes. Bottom, Seb, supported by Saxa here, the two of them. The Underlord Willow lane against Puppey and Matu.
Can they get the block on him here? They're going to try onto Saxa. Treants are getting in front of him. 1 or 2 more hits. They got him.
Very nicely done here for the Secret. And they're going to be able to do that a few times, especially when the level 1's just there for the Willow. Saxa's going to have to be careful about getting caught out by that disruption into Treant placement.
Definitely. You see how they play the lane. We've been seeing this more and more now because that first creep wave does not aggro you. They just full zone at level 1. And this is not the easiest lane for mid 1 to really farm in. And it's not that easy for No-Tail to really kind of help him out here too, because that is slow of the attack speed. It's where Elder Titan kind of wants to be able to hit as much as possible with the buff up.
We'll see down bottom. Able to trade quite nicely onto Matu, just down to his last tango. Yep. Coming out with the stat build here, the 4 branches and the Blightstone. That wave is underneath his tower though, so Matu should be able to securely farm in this position as top. I mean, is there, in this lane, when does it start to get a little bit more easier for mid 1 against this pressure? Is there sort of a level on the ET where he's going to be able to hit back and make this lane a bit more solid for the Morph?
Not too much, no. I think once he just gets his levels up for his passive, he's able to sustain a little bit better because he can just play around the morphing down and using tangos and whatnot. But I think it's still going to be a pretty tough one up there because he can just get pressured. If he misplays at all early on, he can just die. Thompson. It's a tornado under the tower there onto Nisha. Nisha just looking to trade those hits for a moment.
CS-wise, though, this is pretty impressive,
nice.
right, for Quaswake's Invoker on the first few waves. 10-4 against the 9-for-3 of a TA.
It's very important because he got that first block. He got the wave in a very ideal position. Nisha actually saw him on the mini-map going for more of a harassment because look how low he's getting Thompson with those side lanes. But he's been missing a couple last hits because of it. And Thompson, he went for full amount of damage possible. Yes. Look at this. He's gone for the double mantle, double circlet so that he can actually try to match the damage of a TA. So you're seeing that it's paying off for him.
Well, it certainly is. Yeah, I mean, able to just CS is equally in comparison to Nisha's TA in the first levels. Yep.
Seeing that Orb of Venom up on Zai. As we said, they really want to pressure that Morphling, but he's still getting a decent amount of last hits. He's very low, though. They're going to have to salve him up. And we do see No-Tail. He brings in that extra regen, of course, for that Morphling. As I think I saw Mid1 go for Gloves of Haste up here, too. So he really wants to try to counteract the Fire Spirit so he can actually hit some creeps. And this is where the lane really starts to get difficult for those Invokers.
Thompson just a hit away from dying there. Dancing. Whoa!
He played it too risky.
Oh, he played it way too risky. Nisha easily able to find that last side blade angle.
I'm glad I said it. This is when it starts getting hard and he dies immediately, right? But yeah, it's once that level like 3, level 4, level 5, etc. starts coming out, it becomes quite challenging for the Invoker. The damage disadvantage is just massive. You can't break refraction easily either. So we're gonna see that really start to turn into Nisha's favor. So it looks like it should be 2 pretty damn solid lanes for Secret coming off the bat here. And bottom is fairly even. I'd say Seb is going to come out ahead on that one there versus the Nature's Prophet. Runes.
Oh, that lane just got even harder for Thompson. ED rune on Nisha.
And Nisha can now farm the jungle camps next to him as well with that ED very fast, and then just get back to the lane without missing out on anything. So he's going to really surge forward here. As you see, farms the small camp, goes straight to medium camp with the DD. He's going to kill it super fast and then go back to the mid lane. Mid one.
I mean, he's playing super low on the HP. He seems to trust that he's got enough to live through whatever burst is thrown out onto him.
The damage, Puppy. Ooh, doesn't get the disruption off. Yeah, she tipped it. Oh, it's a wow, aggressive tip. Look at that. Seb feeling himself.
All right, okay, yeah. Tip's starting to come out. That's what we love to see. A little bit of feistiness between the teams.
Tower is under attack.
Sai's trying so hard. Mid one is just... He's not really getting a whole lot of last hits up here now, though. He's been stuck at about 10 to 15 for quite some time now as he's playing just risky.
Oh.
And No-Tail might just die here.
All right.
One more hit. Oh, he actually is tanky enough under the armor of
Oh, the
tower.
spirit! Oh, it cancelled the self, though, right?
It did. He's not going to die, but
that's annoying.
It's painful. He's going to run away now.
Yeah, very, very nice little spirit there from Yapso to push him back to base.
I think he actually like moved into tower range for the armor AoE, right? That's what caused him to survive. 'Cause I think he was actually going to die to Zai's attack. It looked like it at least there. Mid one.
Oh, he's got to be careful, but he's managed to get the strength started.
Oh god, he's so...
But he's out of regen now. No
He's
regen,
so
and that was his last bit of charges popped by the wand.
Yeah, the Orb of Venom is paying off for Zai for sure.
Yeah. Did have the courage just coming out there, so should hopefully for himself have some regen being sent out there. And down by him, yeah, I mean Seb is just continuing to free farm as this Underlord.
Yeah. Matu is trying to put the pressure onto him a little bit here, and it looks like Puppy, he wants to give this lane now to Matu. He wants this level 6 Nature's Prophet. They can make a ton of aggressive moves. Wrath of Nature bounce onto a Morphling who's sitting this low HP, he'll just die. Same thing onto maybe an Invoker and whatnot. So they do want to prioritize that, because it can get them kills in pretty much every single one of the lanes. Even the Underlord can get threatened to die because of that high magic damage that will come out. And speaking of Underlord, Puppy is making the move over.
Seb
does
very
have a lot of damage built up, though. He's trying to turn onto Matu.
Ooh, one more hit, and he nearly has it in front of the Firestorm. All right, Seb gets the kill. Can he live, though? Disruptions there is very low on the Underlord, and Seb, he'll go down, but with Zaxter, they will get the cleanup on Puppy. OG finding the 2-for-1 down there.
Very nice turn there by Seb.
Another tip coming out from Seb. Oh, he's ready to roll, Seb, this game.
He's feeling himself for sure. They're still getting very
He's got to make sure he don't use all his tips up at the start, you know? You got to save some.
Yep. Still getting very pressured, though. These two other lanes are not going well. Morphling and Invoker not farming much at all. We see a 2k disparity right now already. Secret having that lead. But slowing down that level 6 on Nature's Prophet actually very important. It's already 7 minutes and he's not 6. Now he gets it. So we're gonna see Puppy make the move top. They can definitely get a kill or even a double kill here.
Disruption into Spear. That's gonna get the job done. So he's out with the arena and he's got the catch if he wants to use that.
Morph off. And here comes the Wrath of Nature. Not gonna be a big bounce. But you can see they're trying to make that pressure move there.
No-Tail's trying to run it on the 3 of them. Has to be a little careful with Zai coming around.
He'll lose his ward immediately that he placed under the sentry.
We are seeing the TA though off to a lightning start here. Nisha able to farm at the pace that he is with these camps. He's already got a good level advantage against the Invoker, against Thompson. I mean, he's already pretty much level 9 on this TA before 8 minutes in.
Oh, does not connect with the tree there. Able to get the stomp, and they stop the Sunray with mid one. No-Tail dodges the Fire Spirit too, and now Matu.
But he's got the Shadow Realm hit. Top lane, Yapso.
Ooh, gets him.
Mid one with that adaptive strike, able to snipe the kill.
No-Tail tipped him before he died. He already knew that adaptive was coming out. All right, getting some nice kills there, even though they are down in the lanes in particular right now.
I mean, Nisha is definitely the... That's what you got to be worried about right now if you're OG. This TA is on track to have very quick timings. You know, this Deso, if that's what he wishes to go for first this game, is going to be there incredibly quickly.
This is huge, though, what Seb's able to do here, because he's in this matchup versus a Nature's Prophet. This hero always thrives versus these summons. They're pressuring the tower. Rotations now are coming, though. It is from Puppy.
Yeah, Seb's pretty deep. He's out with the TP. Have they got... Ooh.
Will he get it off? Does he even have...
Does he have disruption?
Does he have the mana?
If I judge by the proportions of his mana bar, he's probably got approximately 134 mana right now.
All right, click him. I want to see now.
Can we click on the Shadow Demon? Oh, that's close. Not even close. But he has enough.
Not even close.
What do you mean not even close? It was.
Oh, he popped the stick. You didn't. He popped the stick that threw you off.
Exactly.
Right?
And he did have 3 charges on the stick, and 2 seconds passed between me starting the sentence and the end of it. So that mana regen kicked in. So I was in fact correct. He has, but yes, he does have disruption, and he's going to be able to disrupt Seb, right?
How long is it left on the TP? I think he needs to get like another
Seb's
step
still
in.
he's still... He's got...
He has to get
0.7.
He has to get a step like right onto where those initial stumps are, right in front of him, and then he can get the disruption.
Well,
I think he should be able to. But it's gonna be close with the animation.
Actually, no,
the animation's too long.
I don't think he's getting it.
It's gonna be real
I think he
close.
might be disrupted in the fountain. It will be that close. Well, you know when that can happen, right? Is that one of
Disrupt
those
himself. I don't think so. That's not one of the ones that can. Let's see.
Oh, okay, it wasn't close to. He's out. He's away. And,
He does not TP to fountain either. He TPs to the tower, so he can still apply this pressure. And Thompson makes the move down. Yeah,
Cold snaps in, Yapsor's out. Puppy. He's going to try and turn, but the Curse Crown is there. Thompson. He's under the tower, and they're going to come over the arena. Zai's in with the counter play. He's managed to trap the turn, and Spear out onto Seb. Thompson goes down, and so does Seb. And that, of course, is that's a dead Seb without TP. Yeah, so he's going to have to take a walk back to the lane. Very, very nice rotation there from Zai, coming in clutch and securing them 2 core kills on that defense.
Man, they really don't like Yapsor in this series. Even last game, too, I saw them really bullying and focus firing him. That one now, too. They lose 2 cores, but they got Yap. Mid 1 TP's mid. You have to be a little bit cautious versus TA. Gets the refraction, though.
And he's going to try and turn. He's going to wait for him aggressively over onto Timmerman. There's a lot of them here. He's going to start building up the strength. He's got backup.
They got Matu.
Tornado comes out. Mid 1's going to be fine.
Nice play by mid 1 there. Look at that. They're definitely going to tip him that. Super aggressive.
It's coming in against the fourth.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of a semblance of what we saw from mid 1 in his playstyle in game 1. He knows when he's able to just run in against the full lineup of Secret and come out on top.
Love that play turning into the TA. Zai.
It's going to lose his mana. Puppy holding back Thompson with the disruption. Tornado won't quite catch him though. Zai's able to escape and traps her down, so Nisha can stop them going any further into the jungle. A jungle that Nisha does continue to farm up very nicely.
Yep.
It's going to be a very, very quick Desolator.
Trying to apply some pressure onto mid 1 here while farming with that Wrath of Nature bouncing through. I think this is where Zai's going to just look to run around the map and be the space maker. I really do think they want to give Yapsor some levels. The Phoenix, he is suffering. Matumba, though, his priorities, just hitting towers. Look at this. Immediately TP's top, even though he's died a couple times here. He just wants to take out these buildings, get themselves some map control.
And who have you really got to sort of de-push on? It's just Seb?
It's just really Seb.
Yeah.
Like, no tail, he's not high level enough to really slow it down at all. And that's the tower taken out. I think you just have to accept. You're gonna lose at least 1 or 2 tier 1s. It's actually nice that they've kept, 2 of them alive up to this 11-minute mark.
Yeah, and they did manage to take the tier 1 down bottom themselves.
Yeah.
As they pushed on mid lane, Puppy trying to see if he can get the setup there for Zai. Thompson was quick with the cold snap, and Puppy can't quite finish that disruption animation with that. Closing on the 6 himself.
Smoke coming down.
Oh, they're not going to be able to catch him. Zai is able to avoid that smoke move from OG. In fact, he's looking over to mid 1. I mean, get the spear, but other than that, nothing really more that they can do about the morph.
There's annoying Amnesia. Getting slowed up, but he's still perfectly fine.
Yeah, Nisha has already spent the gold though. So
got the Deso.
Yeah, the 11-minute Desolator.
Yep. They have a lot of different ways that they can sneak a Roche pretty easily with 2 of their cores if OG's not aware.
Yeah,
Nature's Prophet and TA, they can just go to Roche if they ever see an opportunity where OG is split away.
Bring Mars to the Phoenix. You're going to have a team fight ready to counter any sort of attempt from OG to push you out. So some very solid early Roche taking capabilities from Secret if they wish to.
They are into another Titan, though, one of the better heroes at defending versus that. And also Thompson is very disruptive at this point in time with the 4-4 build. This Tornado EMP will limit a lot of, Secret's mana pools. They're not great. They don't really have anybody who can build Arcane Boots or anything like that either. So those EMPs are really going to hurt. No stick either on Nisha. So he doesn't have any way to restore his mana.
I mean, yeah, that was definitely going to be irritating for Nisha to find too.
Yeah, did they find it? They didn't find like an arcane ring or anything this time, did they? Just a jelly. Oh, Matu, they find Saksu down bottom. Just with some right clicks, it looks like there. So the disruption must have set it up there. And they're giving Yapsor the space. Of course, FC did have a bit of a struggle, letting him farm the lanes while Zai pushes out.
And I mean,
bottom side.
and what would you sort of say so far? 13 minutes in, we're seeing a 3K lead for Secret. Is this something you would expect from their lineup with the way that the lanes were, or is this Secret just genuinely having a better start to this game than OG is?
No, I think you'd expect this.
You would expect a lead here with Secret's heroes?
Just the TA versus Invoker, that's pretty much the majority of that disparity, and then the Morphling was in a lane that pressures him pretty hard, so definitely tough.
Oh, this was the kill
Just
earlier.
spear. All right.
Finding Sax around his own.
And it was a killing spree too, so Matu definitely going to like that, as he, like we said, he's been struggling a little bit. Now that's going to help his Orchid timing. He might even almost have it done. Yeah, he's about to be finishing that one up. Orchid versus the Morphling so early on, even versus Invoker, that can be very disruptive again this game.
Yeah, another game where they have a lot of heroes to sort of fight and enable the Morphling, but no one with any sort of saves. So one will be vulnerable.
Tons of counter initiation though, right? Like if they do get gone on, there's pits, there's a fear from the Willow, there's Elder Titan stomps, tornado combo. Yeah, a lot of different things that they can do to dissuade and push away Secret from doing aggressive plays. But Secret, they're on the hunt, but at the same time, so is OG. Looks like Puppey will just get a D ward out of their first movement though. They're trying to get some Vessel charges up though for Thompson, as he has it finished up already here.
We have Nisha with the...
Oh, he's got the blink already.
The blink done, but still very low mana. I don't know if he's got some sort of mangoes or clarities coming out, but he doesn't have any mana to fight with. They're going to be able to start the fight upon him. Curse Crowd, and he's down to the pit. This is a lot of damage. He needs help. He's not going to get it in time. Zai drops the arena. They do have the silence onto the Evoker for the counter player. Saxa will try to push the two of them away. Puppey's still punching into Saxa. Saxa goes down as well as Puppey cleans up with the double kill. But definitely still seeing the vulnerabilities of the TA when caught out in the front, and Nisha maybe just a little too willing to step up there. Didn't have any mana anyway, so regardless of how farmed he is, it's kind of impossible for him to do anything with a Blink Deso when he's just zeroed out in mana.
That was definitely a big concern that he stepped up so far there. And this is the other thing, is the Willow. You can break those refraction charges pretty easy with the Bedlam, but he only had the initial. He didn't have the secondary one because of that lack of mana. And we did say, yeah, that's definitely going to be a little bit of a problem that they do have to address. Mid one, rushing that Manta, needs it as fast as possible, as we saw that first Orchid usage in the mid lane onto the Invoker this time around.
Mid lane. Oh, gee, they're going to go. Oh,
the tornado
clip. He blinked into this. Nisha jumped straight in. I don't know if
he's just dead.
Did he see them there? I think he was just trying to blink out.
No, he had a trap on top of them. He jumped them. He chose to. I don't think he was expecting to get caught in the tornado.
Were they not smoked or something? Did he just blinked in on them?
I don't believe they were they?
It seemed like a weird blink. It looked like he just sort of blinked out of the lane, and
I saw him blink and pop the trap immediately. It looked like he was trying to make it a move onto them, but maybe you're right. I didn't see it initially.
And now Puppey, he's just sort of like, where am I?
And they're gonna just lose their tower too. Uh-oh. Secret slipping up.
Yeah, some definite mistakes there. The OG were immediate to punish. Tornado will clip onto Zai. He's a little too far to commit upon.
But now they're in this very aggressive stance, and they're not cooldown reliant this time at all. Their lineup can just constantly make these moves. Taking out that mid tower is so important too. Yeah. Especially when you're looking with the TA draft.
Well, see here, look. I guess you were right. He did have a trap down, so I guess it was a blink to go. But an incredibly ambitious one there. As bottom Matu.
He's dead.
He's been caught. OG making moves now, and Secret, they're a little all over the place. I mean, Puppey's dropping the ult on Thompson.
Tornado clips Zai.
Very nicely done as soon as he jumps inside. Does still have the arena. Seb, he's already looking to take them out. Won't be able to get Thompson out.
There's too much damage.
That's the power that Nisha was trying to use earlier, just jumping in. He knows that if he can get the chance to hit with his quick Deso, he still shreds the heroes. So Secret able to get back in with a good pick there. Combination of Zai and Nisha. And it's going to be very hard for OG to deal with when they are outnumbered. Those kills, it's going to open this up in this, as we talked about the other strength from it here. Nice instant reaction there from Thompson with the tornado.
Yeah, it gets the clip, but they get trapped inside there with this very strong TA following up. It's just more than enough damage to melt them.
Yeah, just dying far too quickly. No chance for the Rift to take them home in time.
Yeah, and during the entirety of this also, Yapzor has been farming. You know, he didn't show up to these last two fights for a reason. He has the full Meteor Hammer. So they were definitely prioritizing getting a little bit more farm, and they're still ahead by 6K. Even when OG won that fight mid, took the tower, they were still up by 4K. So still distributing their wealth.
I mean, this was the case last game until we sort of saw Mid-1 pop off, and definitely still the opportunity for Mid-1 to pop off this game. He's still got good farm. Sure, it's not quite where the TAs is, but that's expected. You know, TA is going to have that lead early on.
Not the same explosive kind of team fight. They still do have decent team fight with the Elder Titan and the Willow around that Invoker, but in comparison to the last one where they have RP and they have this huge egg that comes around, it's not as similar. See Thompson, he's going for the Veil build this time around. It's a lot of different magic that they can amplify, and they already have Natural Order, so Natural Order with a Veil, all this magic damage that just get buffed up very heavily. Mid-1 should be at a good timing, though, for his Manta to be finished. Yeah, it is already finished, so he doesn't have to worry so much, at least, about this Orchid that was picked up by Matu early. Matu is looking for Saksa. Ooh, he's actually unable to walk through the trees there, and there's a splitter.
That is. They're going to try and use the control as well from the Dark Willow. Sai, he's in. He's found the 3-man arena, but backup's hit for OG. Secret's got to be a little bit careful. It's going to get onto 2 of them. Mid-1 turns over towards Matuma Man. He has been sprouted for now. No way to cut himself out. The sprout comes to an end, but now Secret, they've got numbers themselves turning up. The pick catches onto the 2 of them. Nisha, he's in for the first kill. Turns over towards Mid-1. Mid-1 able to remove the silence with the Manta. Goes over towards Matu. Takes him out before he TPs away. There's a Curse Crown onto Nisha. Mid-1 pushes Nisha back to the side with the stun. And Seb is going to take them out. Zai jumps in, the Seb's out of there before Zai's able to fish anybody out at the range of the Rift with the spear. So OG, they lose Thompson, they find Matu. Still though, Secret able to bully OG back to the base and open up for the space to take this tier 2 tower. 19.5 minutes in, if they're quick, they can get this outpost as well. They'll have to do it very quickly though. Secret, they're instantly on it.
Yeah, they're going to get it.
So 20-minute outposts are both going to be held in favor of Secret here.
I think Yapsor miscalculated his mana a bit there too, because I think he was trying to dive and then use the meteor arm and then egg afterwards. He didn't have enough. Either way though, they're strong around Nisha, who almost has a BKB. OG?
They're still trying to fight into this Nisha Aegis. Nisha out to the side with the jump. See, Mid-1 turning into the Shadow Demon for the setup onto Puppy. Puppy able to keep himself. Oh, they did. They managed to get it back just in time. A few seconds ago, they managed to retain that. Puppy's actually going to buy back here. A little concerned because OG are going to continue to try and push this fight. They turn over towards Matu. They're able to burst him. Mid-1, he's able to pick up a second one. The arena is down. They turn over towards Mid-1, but Mid-1 actually getting saved there by the disruption from Puppy. It helped him dodge the spear. Again, he's going to be fine. I think that time around, it sort of saved him from the Meteor Hammer. So Mid-1's happy with this one. He's going to look over towards Nisha, who's now caught in the route. After the Aegis, they kill him off. OG, they're winning this fight. They're pushing Secret back, and Mid-1, he's getting the kills. He's 5-0-3. They'll look over towards Zai. If they've got anything to catch him. He's pretty speedy. Mid-1 in with the waveform, closes the gap.
They got him.
They got another. Mid-1 unstoppable on the morph. You got to watch out for this man to pop off. He did it in game 1, and he's absolutely showing signs of doing it here already in game 2.
Yeah, and him actually turning into the Shadow Demon in that initial fight was actually huge, because those disruptions, like you said, one of his
one of his was his. Puppy, Puppy saved him from the spear, and you're right, he saved himself from the
afterwards.
Hammer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Disruptions all around. As Mid-1 coming up with some clutch SD plays himself. More. Thompson.
He gets found under sentries.
Mid-1's coming in. Mid-1 wants to fight. He's going to go on to match. He's going to take one.
There's an egg down. Can they actually focus fire it when Mid-1's up?
Oh, they didn't. They didn't manage to do so in time. Mid-1 did begin to shift back into strength. He's going to go for the TP out. Is he out? No, he's not. Nisha's in with the damage. Comes in to clean up Mid-1 at the end of it all and pick up that fat bonus from taking out that morph that was on a streak.
Oh my god, man, I love this type of Dota. Constantly showing up the fights. It's everyone just doing these constant trades. Matu still continuing to really suffer, but that time, well worth it. He makes so many heroes react to him, top in a beautiful egg, covering. I think that level 2 egg really coming in clutch there for Yapsor.
Yeah, it was pretty close, but it did it. Egg successful, and Mid-1 they were finally able to get that kill on him. Yeah.
God, just looking at the ward coverage is just so crazy in this type of game. Like, everyone just has so much information on the map. Wards and sentries pretty much placed everywhere. We're seeing the Aether Lens now finished up for Puppy. Oh, yeah, this TA, now BKB is finished. So these
that's scary.
Slightly pesky routes that were going on versus him are now going to be very heavily countered. He can stick on those targets a lot easier.
I mean, what's Mid-1 going to go for after the Manta? What type of game is this? Can he go for the E-Blade? Does he go for
I think it's the Axe. Yeah, I was pretty sure
it's the Willow strat.
I was pretty sure it's because they had the Will. That's why I think they were smiling so much. That's why I said it initially. I was like, there's something going on here, because they have to have something that they're thinking about.
Because you were talking about this to me the other day, because we did see a game where the morph was against a Willow and didn't necessarily use that. Didn't go for the Axe build, didn't use this power against a team with it. And one of the reasons reasons that it is less impressive now is because you do have the weaker hit at the beginning of your Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I think this one can let him hit from a distance a lot of times. Thompson, he's getting found out. Nice heals by Soxa.
I mean, the Earth Splitter's down, the Silence is there onto Thompson, so he will still fall. Nisha pots the BKB, turns over towards mid one, but OG, they're just going to look to disengage, kite out this BKB duration of Nisha. Nisha still trying to move in now, has to back up with the BKB running low. Seb thinking of taking them out, but now he's ready for them to turn and try and fight. They zip in, they're onto the TA, there's the save. As Poppy comes in with the disruption, the fear pushes back any further back up though, as Nisha is separated from the team. They'll take out the TA. And now mid one turning into the TA, ready to try and chase for more. Zai's on the run. TA traps will slow down OG. So Zai, he's fine, or is he? Thompson's actually been able to come in from the side, get the cold
traps,
but there's nothing else. Zai's able to blink away.
Both trap slows actually able to keep the distance for Zai. Oh, and another Shawl actually picked up too. So I'm seeing they have the Veil. They're gonna have this active Morphling. They have a natural order too. So this Shadow Realm, it's gonna be amplified a lot. It's gonna hit hard when he does get it all enabled. And they have Alacrity to throw him on him too. In situations. If he does it beforehand. You can't Alacrity unless you do it before the Shadow Realm, of course.
Sure, because you can't actually target him.
Yep. So I mean, there's potential, and I'm wondering if it's I'm wondering if it's gonna work. BKB does counter that quite a bit there, but I'm really curious to see it because like we said, we saw them smiling, we saw them laughing. They had some plan
this was the plan. It was to go, as you said, for the Ags Morph Willow. And he's already very excited to see, and he's getting good.
He's already level 18.
Because that is one of the key points. What is it? It's the level 20, right? Where you get the extended morph.
You get the CDR. The CDR. If he does choose to go for it, at least. Can we actually see which talents? I'm being a little bit rusty on my Morphling talents.
Can we check out the Morphling talents?
Thank you. Yeah, he takes the morph duration and then that cooldown reduction.
And then that's when you're able to make the plays.
You can even start doing it once he's 18 with this morph duration talent. It ends up being like the majority of the time you will be able to spend morphed as the other hero. So, but he does need, of course, the Aghanims to be able to turn into his ally. So, defending their ancients here, trying to get just these bounties here as well. They will be able to claim 2, as well as Secret gets 2 for their side. Yeah, Absoler is very farmed here as this Phoenix, as we said. He's been taking a lot of the space on the map as Zai was playing more of this playmaker for the team. He's already got that Halberd. That can be a big one to deal with these pesky ranged heroes versus the Egg.
Yeah, he's just got to make sure that he gets it onto mid one before he changes into the Shadow Realm.
I actually just noticed how poor Thompson was. I guess it just looks like he's a lot poorer just because he's just under those other two 7.6k heroes, but still not having the best time this time around.
It's just one of those invokers, right, that's sort of played. He's purely looking for plays. He's hardly ever hitting creeps. He's only looking for action, and as things have gone so far, we've seen the last few times Matu's done a great job of getting on top of Thompson with the silence and taking him out of the fights relatively early on.
Definitely.
But there we go. So that's the Ag's done. So let's see what the plan is here from OG and how effective it is in this day and age. The Aghanim's Shadow Realm buff.
People are definitely going to spam OS Frogs as soon as he does get any type of fight going on. Spear doesn't connect. They do get Sep right on top of Nisha though, and it's a Nisha with a DD. Easily brings it down.
Coming in with the BKB to take the one. Can you get anything more from it though? Bonnie's stepping up. Let's one. It's good damage.
Yep. Still a little bit farther for him, but he's going to be shifting in between and out.
Can see the potential.
And he even has a shawl in his bags just in case if he sees opportunities where he can just blast people. And you see that cooldown. It's pretty much matched with his morph. Secret though still very on the aggressive, even though the BKB is down.
So I've linked in. He was looking for an opportunity to try and find something. Just trying to push Zai back with the fear. Destruction. We'll save him for now. Zai's going to be fine. So able to get himself away. See Secret though definitely respecting the mid one morph.
He refreshes going into the Willow, so he has a full duration now. Sunstrike? This is just push like a range.
Look for scouting here.
Something like that.
Puppy. He's going to use the disruption himself to save him. Mid one. It's going to turn. It was Puppy takes him down pretty quick here with the Shadow Realm incident inside the arena. Zai's alone.
He just dies to this Willow plus the Thompson Veil. Just gets shredded by the Bedlam. They need a BKB.
They're heading straight up towards Nisha. They know that Nisha's BKB is... Okay, it's back available again. It's back up, and he's going to be able to get out with a Blink TP.
They got split up a little bit there. Zai getting caught out by a little bit too many disables. He needs a BKB to be able to jump into those, because there is a crazy amount of damage that really does come in. You Bedlam, Natural Order from ET, and this Veil is going to make everybody on OG hit real hard with their spells. See this 4. Now he's got the 2 points in Astral, so 4-2-4 build by No Tail. It is important to get, for the EP people, like it's having higher levels of your spirit is important because it allows you to keep it out there. The cooldown is actually very important. So now when he's able to get more levels of that, he can actually make sure he does have that debuff onto everybody. Still Secret controlling the game for the most part here with this 7K lead, but if, you know, last game was anything to say, we know that gold lead doesn't mean much of anything. It's all up to those execution and fights. Mid one hanging on to Quelling Blade to deal with this annoying Nature's Prophet, of course, in a lot of situations. And he took the CDR talent as well,
yeah,
just on top of it all, of course, with this game.
Yeah, it makes it that much more smooth as a play.
Yeah. I'm still wondering though, like there's still a Mars that really can block out a lot from Mid one. If Mid one doesn't just like waveform into it, or if he's not inside of that Mars ult, his attacks are not going to hit anything. It's still going to get blocked out by that wall.
Yeah, they've definitely got good measures to play around it. Secret ways to set up the fight, get kills without Mid one's interference.
Yeah, lots of saves too, right? Puppy, this disruption, the halberds too. They have a lot of different ways to guard themselves. Playing a little bit more defensively now here. I think they're finishing up that Daedalus for Nisha. Oh, also finding himself a nice little quiver. And that is the Daedalus done. So they want to be playing around this top side of the map. Matu's just going to be forcing bottom, and it's really going to be a lot about contesting this Roshan. OG has to ensure that Secret can't get in there. So they're going to pressure mid. They're actually going to use an aggressive glyph as bottom was being pushed in.
Mid one's heading up.
Ooh.
They're going to try and chase. Mid one goes in, forces out the BKB straight away from Nisha. They will turn, drop down the arena. He's been silenced, but he's already started to build up the strength. Nisha, he's getting low. Zai's going to be left behind. Nisha's got to back off as the BKB starts to wear off. He cannot deal with this. As Mid one, he may just still find the opportunity to kill him. He's able to blink off to the side. Refraction will keep him safe. Sunstrike off the mark. But Mid one, he's closing in. Is Nisha going to get the chance to blink again? The Refraction still protecting him. He's trying to run blink up in a few seconds. Can they bite through that Refraction in time?
He dispels the Spirit Vessel really quickly with a quick melt.
Oh, Blink was back up in the jets, but the tornado! Oh, no! Off the mark! Off the mark there from Thompson. He tried to predict it. Couldn't quite find the angle as Nisha able to only just, but he does. He makes it away.
And that's literally just like that little slight meld dispel that he did there to get rid of the Spirit Vessel allows him to actually get away there because of that blink. Very nicely done, keeping those Refraction alive.
He's looking for the setup on Matu. Who we got TPing over? It's going to be the Willow. See what they can do here between the two of them.
He's got to be forced to pop the BKB. That's what he was trying to get out of Matu there, and he will.
Are they going for Roche?
They're going to go into the Roche.
I mean, this is a little risky, because Secret's definitely going to fight this. They're going to jump onto Seb. Seb's been silenced. He's trying to hide inside the Meteor. The hammer's down. Nisha's in with the damage. Nisha's going to be able to take out Seb. Mid one's got to get out. BKB's back up for Nisha. He pops it, tries to commit Zai. He's locked down Mid one to the tree. He's still backups there for Mid one as Thompson and Saxa come in. The arena's out. Mid one's able to jump out with the waveform. He's TPing out of this one. Doesn't want to mess around anymore. He's straight back to the fountain as Mid one plays it safe.
Straight into Roche for Secret. They just got a huge pick off on this Underlord. He actually walked into the pit and gets clapped by a Meteor there. But yeah, this is the opportunity for them there without no Underlord.
Can OG get back in time? I don't think they're so Daedalus. This Roche falls too quickly.
Not without Seb. They do not want to fight without their Underlord. He's still very important as acting as that frontliner. And now full AC for Matu. There's building up a lot of items here. A lot of damage.
Hit hard.
This minus armor is going to rip through the majority of heroes on OG. Everyone but that Morphling actually just gets pretty eviscerated by all this.
The one sort of, is the lead does grow for Secret. The one sort of weakness that also does on the other hand, expand is that the BKB of Nisha is starting to get quite a lot lower in duration. And when that BKB is down, OG, of course, with numerous ways to mess with it. So Nisha's going to have to be that little smarter with just when and where he commits with the BKB.
Matu has to be careful here. They're hunting for him. Yeah, he's going to move to the opposite side. But yeah, that BKB is getting lower, and we do see that. Oh, looks like they're going to find what Saxa. Not going to survive there. Zai always seems to be there to get those type of kills.
TPs will start to come over from OG as they'll be in position to respond if Secret do want to push on. With the Aegis and Cheese, Secret definitely rather scary right now. Whoever Nisha gets to jump on will die very quickly, particularly if Matu's there to silence them as well. And he's already stepping forward, Matu.
Oh, look at that. That turns into the Underlord as well, so we can get this double pit going on to defend towers. Oh, yes, he also builds up the atrophy damage. He keeps it when he shifts. Nice.
And again, yeah, these extra pits and firestorms have a refraction. He's in. He's managed to find 3 of them over the arena. The egg's out. Can OG do anything about the supernova? I don't know if they can. Thompson's already gone out. Seb's trying to TP back. Matthew's focusing him. Nisha's got the follow-up damage. They come in with the melt hits. They've taken out Thompson and Seb. Add to that No Tail, as Mid1's just got to try and escape from this. He's going to turn into the Prophet, TP out. Mid1 will live, but again, Secret winning these team fights very confidently. Excellent execution there. Zai finding a brilliant opportunity to get in with the arena, and we're seeing the classic combo there. The arena and supernova. If you're able to catch them by surprise, it works every time.
And it was right on the edge of the wall too, and there's no way that Mid1 can actually get in there to hit, as he trapped pretty much, I think he trapped the most ideal 3 heroes. He got the ET, the Underlord, and the Invoker. And not only that, Thompson was the one who got speared. So Thompson's just dead because he's so fragile in this game. Now they go high ground. Things are looking a little grim here for OG. This Willow, Morphling Aghanim's not kind of paying off so far here. But Puppey
the damage!
Does get slammed a little bit.
I mean, you do see how quickly Puppey dies. There's definite meme potential here, but I don't know if memes are going to help you win against Secret. We'll see. And then Mid1 is going to change. Oh!
It's a lot of damage.
The BKB, they have the halberd.
But now he's getting silenced up. He's got a Manta.
Oh, he's trying to run. It's a lot of damage. Mid1, he's gone. No buyback on Mid1.
He spent his gold on the double ulti orbs. Nisha, quick dispel there with the meld again to get rid of that cursed crown that comes out from Willow. And Mid1 overplaying his hand there, almost getting Matu, but that she's counteracting the damage very quickly there. That's a lot of time without your Morphling, and it's a 4 protect 1.
Yeah.
Where this is just going to give Secret so much time to dominate the map and claim all 4 bounty runes and also a DD rune top. This is looking very troublesome. OG, they're going to look to try to get something here with the smoke.
Try and catch him by surprise. Well, if you're not with Mid1, maybe Secret won't expect
this. They see the ward, though. They see the sentry place down. They're going to know this smoke is going. Zai's going to play it careful.
I mean, OG are going to continue to try and chase, but as you say, Secret's going to be aware.
They get themselves 2 bounty runes just because of that smoke move, because Secret, they split up all around the map to farm and get as much as possible. So they didn't want to take a fight without the numbers.
Bottom. Look, there, they've got the catch. Puppey's hunting in the trees. Saxa has been split off Matu. He's found Thompson in the trees. Wow. Matu takes another life.
Thompson's having a rough one this game. Saxa, no TP.
Should be a kill here. There's nowhere for him to run.
Nope.
And Saxa
making him work for a little bit.
He certainly is, but the poison, far too much for him to deal with. 22k gold lead now for Secret, getting into very comfortable territory for them. And we'll see it here.
Thompson die to right clicks because he doesn't have much farm. He's a level 16 Invoker to a level 24 TA and a level 22 Nature's Prophet.
Nisha's got a Hex. I mean, he is just massive.
Now that Morphling is a lot easier to kill. No Manta gonna save you anymore.
Nope.
Telescope as well, of course, so Nisha has that increased attack range too as this Templar Assassin. They gotta buy back.
I mean, they have to. He needs to morph into the Willow. Can't morph into the Willow that is dead.
Very true. All their lanes pushing in though. 90% of the map dominated by Secret now. They can just play it however they please with this type of an advantage. OG in a troublesome spot.
He's got a Skadi now, Mid1.
Okay.
So at least extra chances to sort of continue to get hits onto the heroes without them being able to run away. Honestly, though, with the way that this game's going, do you think Mid1, he's thinking about it the same way he thought about game 1 and saying, guys, I got to get a rapier if we want to win this one?
Ooh, I don't know if that. I mean, he might be thinking it, but I don't know if it's really the best decision for him as a Morphling in this one. There's way too much to deal with. Yeah, it's not a PA who gets so much value out of it. It's a Morph.
The damage, the range with the Shadow Realm. But you're right, he's playing it the safer. It feels that he can't play without the BKB.
Yeah, Gordon, if you just you use your rapier hits into just a bunch of refraction charges, and you're like, oh man, that was underwhelming.
I mean, yeah, that is definitely the one downside of this strat, that he can't really do too much against refraction, fully reliant on really Seb and Thompson to work through those refraction charges. So, and
he's into triple BKB now, so they just pop the BKBs when the Willow shots come out from that Morphling, and they should be more than fine. Puppey also with these disruptions has been time and time again saving his teammates. Puppey's got a gem too, so talking about map dominance, that's well, someone had the gem. Wait, who had it? It was Yapsor. I saw somebody with a gem. Or it might have just been on OG's side, so.
No, OG's straight up running them. Making moves like they're not a team that's 25k down. They're just coming out on the map.
They got to be careful of their positioning here. They will get a double damage, though, because of their aggressiveness.
Mid-one will. He's going to punch hard.
Yeah. I guess it was No-Tail who had the gem then? I'm blind. I'm sorry. Somebody had one. I saw it. I'm not that blind.
There you go.
It was Zai. Oh, okay. I thought it was Secret who got it, but yeah, I thought that it was No-Tail who bought it. But Puppy, he's jumping forward.
I mean, Seb's has been hexed. Nisha's on him. Seb, he's dying so quickly to the damage of this TA. He's gone.
They don't even need the egg on top.
Seb and No-Tail's out of the fight, and the rest of OG, they just got to split. There's no chance taking this 3 versus 5. They might be forced to, though. Zai, he's found Thompson, jumps in. I mean, it's getting messy now, this game, too. Very, very messy. 28k lead.
There we
Secret,
go.
They're not leaving OG any chances in this one.
No, they finally start doing their chat wheels a little bit more here. They're starting to feel that dominance. Double hexes finished up on their 2 cores. Level 25 also for Nisha. How can OG hold this high ground with such an underfarmed Invoker? Thompson continuing to suffer. Mid one with the Scotty turning into Dark Willow. It is a frustrating thing that they have to deal with.
I mean, it really is just the fact that Secret have got so many answers to what OG's trying to do with this morph Dark Willow.
Yeah, look, refractions. Yum, 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 yum. He eats most of it.
When it does come out after refraction, it is a lot. The Hex, he's in trouble.
He's dead.
All right, dead without buyback. Secret, they can turn over towards the rack. Seb, he's going to take him home. Oh, no, he's not.
They're still home.
They are home already. It's not much of a home, though, as it's getting destroyed by Secret. The top racks are taken.
It's too much for mid one to deal with. These double hexes, too much control. Zai always finding the right spears, the right arenas as well. On to the next set.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
OG trying to somehow spam and push Secret back. Buy time for mid one to come back in. But they are 35k down, nearing the 1,000 a minute. And Secret looking very, very strong and solid here in this game too.
Puppy, aggressive disruption. There's messing with No-Tail.
I mean, they just don't have anything here, OG.
Nope.
Nothing at all.
These BKBs just hard counter them.
Yeah, their one piece of power is mid one. And again, it's just not working out. I think this one, how OG sort of planned it in the strategy room. Not at all.
Nope.
This one might be back to the drawing board.
We got to see it though, you know.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate when they try something that's a little bit of fun.
Yeah. They clearly had an idea that they wanted to go around it.
Yeah.
I think they started to fall too far behind. And Zai, he's really been so clutch with all of his arenas. He's catching pretty much everybody, catching the right targets every time. And they keep getting this firm control around the Roche that there's just no way OG can contest. And now it's everything. They got the Ags, they got the Aegis, they got
Who's taking the Ags here? Who did take the Ags?
Oh, actually,
Yapso did.
Yapso, okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe this is how they lose.
If he eats somebody.
If he eats someone,
I think you don't use it. I think for the most part, just use it for yourself.
Oh no,
you don't even need to grab people much. Mid one, high ground.
They've got the jump there with the Hex on the set. Mid1's going to turn, start being towards Batum Man. Batum Man pots the BKB. Mid1's still trying to stand tall against them, but he's getting outdone in damage. The spear comes out. Mid1's been stunned. He's been silenced. Can OG get him out? They're trying to push him back with the fear. He's been sprouted. Matu continues to punch on. The waveform's back up as Mid1 is able to jump out to the side. Thompson goes down. He buys back. A spear pushes Mid1 back into the reach of Yap. So Mid1 incredibly low. Waveform's back up, but he doesn't get the chance to jump out the side. Blinks over, cleans him up with the final smash.
They're just too strong in the fights now at this point.
Oh man, it's a 50k gold lead, 50k. Oh my goodness. Thompson.
Oh,
he's got the tornado. Nice little blink catch there.
Another flicker.
The ice wall, they got the damage. Zai's off to the side.
He's got the blink if he gets out. Oh, he does not. And that's the gem hitting the deck again.
I mean, we have seen some crazy things today, but if OG's able to come back in a game where they're 50k down, I'd have to say this would be the craziest. Obviously, the chances of that happening, if you look at the numbers, the statistics are incredibly low.
Yeah.
But who knows? The game continues. They still have a set of racks.
Would you shave your head if they came back?
No.
Okay. Well, come on. You're not that confident?
I mean, it's OG. You know, there's been many times before where it's looked like it's over and then something happens.
This is very
Not
true.
to say this game is going to be one of them.
No,
it doesn't look like it will be one of them, but
yeah.
it could be. There's a chance. You never know.
I just don't know what they can get that can make them stronger, because I feel like they've been stuck.
Rapier Morphling.
They've been stuck at the same point of strength for such a long time, but Secret just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger with each one of these items they pick up.
Everyone on Secret's just so farm right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Yapso's pretty much taken over. Yep. Look at this guy's farm on the Phoenix.
He's like, give me the tome. I want 25. All right, I got a. We'll have another hex, so 3 hexes.
Oh my goodness.
And there it is, 25.
Oh, Thompson. Oh no, they're gonna find him.
He's playing the distance.
Puppy's hunting. I mean, OG's coming in on this. All right, Thompson's going to try and start things onto Puppy. Nisha's there by the side. Yours will send him up. The Eon Disc is there for Puppy to start things on. Mid1 comes in the Hex. It's out to Thompson. Thompson goes down. Mid1 turns everyone. Puppy beats it over the arena, comes out. And Mid1, he's been trapped against the wall. Zai finds the catch. No-Tail attempting to TP out. Will make it back to the base set. Is he able to get out as well? Will be able to do so with the Rift.
Taking the buildings, though.
He is.
They got Puppy, though.
Can they kill Matsu?
He's got a Satanic and a BKB. I'd be pretty...
He's got Nisha.
He's not.
Nisha's in. Nisha, he's cleaning up. And it's probably time to call it.
But you know what? They smoked and got Puppy. You know, Mid1 is probably like... he's definitely chuckling to himself for that one there. But yeah, they will inevitably lose this game. GG is called.
GG is called. 55k. Just Secret things. You know, we've sort of come to expect this from Secret in a lot of games, and this is another one of them.
Yeah, they really shut down Tops in this game. Zai, he had it out for him. Every single time he got the arena on top of him, it seemed like every single one of them, he was getting the spear connecting to the wall.